Yes, good morning, class. I am audible. Good morning, class. I am audible.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
So you can mark your present by writing present in the chat box. Let the student join us. Then in a couple of minutes, we will start the lecture. Hope you understood the previous lecture. If you have any doubt, you can ask. Till then, student join us. Talking about previous lecture, this was the important point that we need to note down. It says that classful addressing, which is almost absolute, is replaced with classless addressing. And the reason for this, you all know why we are talking about classless and why it is not good enough to use classful addressing, because there is a wastage of IP address, right? And which is not acceptable since it is very costly and now it is absolute due to high demand. So we have to use some method in which we can avoid the wastage of IPs. So classful is no more appropriate, and we need some sufficient uh, method in which we can able to designate required number of IPs for that organization, right? So this is a task of internet service provider who will take care of subnetting and provide the set of or a block of addresses as much it is demanded, right? So this was the previous discussion in which we have seen some method also to identify the block of addresses where we are considering the CIDR value. That means the number of bits that is being consumed by the network address, right? So with that, we are going to subtract the maximum value, that is 32, that is of IP. So we are left with the bits, and we have to take it with 2 raised to power that, and the subtraction bits that we are left with. So whatever the size we get is the address, the block addresses, right? Now to find out the first address, we have gone with some kind of method. We have seen two different methods. In first method, I have told you that simply we have to convert the rightmost bits to 0, and then we are going to uh, convert into decimal number. Then whatever the number we will get, that is the first address of that particular block, right? And if uh, we want the last address, then what we will do, we will turn the rightmost bit to ones, right? So then again we will convert into decimal, and whatever the address that we will get, that is the last address, right? So any doubt till now in this? So, and in our discussion in the previous lecture, we have also talked about that how we are going to convert or find the first address and last address using some AND operation, right? So we will perform an AND operation. You can see. So what we will do first of all, so we will do there is a operation carried out between the address bits and the mask bits, and the rule says that if the two bits 1 is there, then it will be considered as 1. Otherwise, it will be 0. So if one is 0 and other one is 1, so 1 and 1 will give you the output that is 1. Otherwise, in all other case, it will be 0. Right? So if we do this operation, then what we will find? We will find the first address. And other method says that we have to complement the mask. So where the 1 is there, we have to put zeros, and where 0 is there, we have to put ones, right? And then we will perform the same thing, 1 and 1, that is 1, and 1 and 0, that we have operation. So you can see, right? Here we have to do the ORing, or, right? When we are taking the complement, we are performing OR operation, whereas in this we are performing ANDing and between addressing and mask, right? So that is the difference. So these two methods basically tell us about how we are going to find the first address and the last address of the block. And if we want to know the size of the block, then it is very easy that you can see the enabled one whose complement, the subnet mask complement we have taken, we have to just add 1 with it. So you can find, if we take the decimal value of this last 1 digits that we have, you can see it is 15, and 15 plus 1, that will be 16. So this is another method through which you can do. Otherwise, what we are doing in the traditional way, we are subtracting it. So we number of bits that is being consumed in our network address, that is this one, you can see this bits. So we are subtracting it from the maximum, that is 32. 32 minus 28, that is 4. So 2 raised to power 4, and we are getting 16. Similarly, if we are not want to follow that method, we can follow this method where we have taken the complements of the mask, and then the value which we have received got in the and we have to just add 1 with it. So the value, the decimal value of this is, you all know, that is 15 plus 1, then the block size will automatically appear to you, right? So these are the two methods that you have to do, perform, and you can see that in this internet service provider has gone with this last 4 bits, that is CIDR value slash 28. Then this is the first number or the first IP which will not be designated to any system, because this address is being consumed for network information, right? This is a network address, and the last one is a broadcast address for this block. So actual number of addresses that we have in this particular block, if you see, that will be 2 raised to power, that will be that the number of addresses minus 2. So if we subtract the first address and the last address, so we are left with 16 minus 2, that is a 14. So the active addresses that we have in this block, 16 address block, will be 14, not 16. Please remember this thing, because the first address is consumed for network address, and the last one is known for broadcasting address, right? So that will not be designated to any of the nodes. So that's why we subtract 2 from it, right? So we are left with only 14 addresses, right, in this. So you can see what is written over here. Can anyone read? Yes, class, please read it out. Yes, Himanish, read this line. Are you there?
Yes, sir. The first address in a block
Please
is
read it
normally
out.
not assigned to any device. It is used as network address
Yes,
that represent the organization to the rest of the world.
yes. So we are talking about the first address in a block is normally not assigned to any device. This is what my statement was, that first and the last address was not consumed by or not given to any node, any system. Please remember this thing. And the reason for this thing is because that address is being used for network address, right? And the last address is used for broadcast address, right? So that's why it is written over here. The first address in a block is normally not assigned to any device. Please note this point. This is very important point, right? Sometime numerical will come to you and it was asked to find the active number of addresses from the block. So you simply calculate 2 raised to power 4 and you will simply state that active number of block will be 16. But actually the active number of block in that particular example will be 16 minus 2, that is 14. Please remember this part. Right, class? Any doubt? So we have two levels of hierarchy, as you can see, uh, as we have in our landline number also. You can see the first two digits, first three bits which are consumed for area code. Then the next three digits is used for exchange office, and the last four digits then that we have is for the uniquely identifying the subscriber in that particular location. This is how the number was designed, and we can distinguish between from the users and from user to another user, right? Similarly, our IP address also have this type of you can see hierarchy. You can see we have 28 plus 4, but in our example we are considering this type of a uh, classless scheme where we are saying 28 CIDL value. So that's why I have taken the same example, and you can see here the network prefix, as we have in landline we having some area code and exchange office, and then the last one is the subscriber. So the subscriber is talking about, if we compare it, what we have host IDs, host addresses. So here that last four bits that we are subtracting and what we are getting after the maximum. So 32 minus 28 we are getting with 4 bits. So that last 4 bits in this particular instance is known for host addresses, right? And before that 4 bits we are left with 28 bits that is used for network prefixing, right? Please remember this part. So you can see each address in a block can be considered as a two-level hierarchy structure, whereas in case of mobile, or you can say landline number, we have this area code, exchange office, and subscriber, right? But in IPv4, you can see we have two level. Each address in a block can be considered as a two-level hierarchical structure. The leftmost n bits, that is prefix, define the networks, and the rightmost n bits, so we subtract it from the maximum. So if we have 28 first bits used for network address, so we simply subtract it from 32, and we are left with the bits which will define the host in the network, right? So that is what it was given. So this is one of the example you can see where we have a network uh, bits, and you can see one of the network having CIDR value /26. So in this network you can see that the 26 first 26 bits, that is the leftmost bits that we are consuming for the network address. So we are left with how much? So we have to subtract it from the maximum, that is 32 minus 26. So how much it will be? 32 minus 26, it will be 8 bits. So we are left with 8 bits. So how many hosts we can design over it? That is 2 raised to power 8, that is 256. But I have told you earlier that we can only have the first address we cannot able to assign anyone, and the last address also we cannot able to assign anyone. So that's why we have to subtract it. So 2 raised to 256 minus 2, that will be 254. So that will be the active addresses that can be had for CIDR value /26. So this is the example which is given. So we can have any value for n. We can have 26, we can have 27. So if you are talking about 27, it means that the first 27 bits are consumed for network address. So we have to subtract it from 32. So we are left with how much? 5 bits. So it means the block size will be 32, right? So here the block size will be 32 automatically, because 2 raised to power 5, that will be 32, and active number of IPs in this block can be 32 minus 2, that will be 30. So this is how, if we use this CIDR value /27, then we have a different block size. If we have /28, then we have a different block size, and in this also we are using different IP. So this is a different block size, right? So this also explains that. So here this particular block is of 32 addresses. Here we having a block with how many addresses? 28, that is 16 and 16, right? That will again bring it to 32. So that's why this two block is a half of this subnet one. So in this particular example, what we have configured, and we have designated the IPs according to the need of the customer, right? So that's why this is known as classless addressing scheme, right? And this is one scenario where you can see there is a subnet, and this method is also known as subnetting. Please remember this one. So this there here we have done subnetting, and we have supplied a different IPs of different subnet mask, and here the network bits are also different. Here you can see the network bit is also different, right? So this is one scenario. We will see in the next few slides how we have done that, right? So what we have done for subnetting, now again we come to three level hierarchy. In Classful, we are having the network prefix, and we are having the host addresses. But once we are talking about that we don't need so much address, and we need to divide the block address into small blocks, then we add one more prefix over here, and that is known as your subnet prefix. You can see the blue one. So if we want a small network, according to that we will increase the value of subnets, right? This subnet prefix value will keep on increasing if we want a small network, right? So as you already seen that in Classful, the block size that can maximum will be that minimum can be 256. But what about if you want to go less than 256? If we divide it by 2, so it means 128 plus 128. So each block, if we divide 256 block into two part, then what we can have, one block of size 128 addresses and other block of size 128 addresses. And how we can reach it? You know that value is fixed for every designated value in any octet. So if we enable the first octet, so it will be 2 raised to power 7 into 1. So it will give you 128 addresses. So that means we are divided 256 block size into two different blocks, right? 256, right? So we want two blocks, so each block will be 128 and 128. So how we can get 128? If we remember, if you have remembered the octet 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8, so we know each position have some value, 2 to the power 0 and 2 to the power 1 and so on. So if we want to divide it into two subnets, then what we need to enable the first bits only. So that's why the first bit is consumed over here, and that means 2 to the power 7, and all the other bits in this scenario will be 0. So in this, what we have identified, that if we want block size small, then we are going to increase the subnet prefix value, right? So if 2 is there, then it means what we have done, 2 raised to power 7 and 2 raised to power 6, right? So next bit will be also consumed. So according to that, the subnet mask will also change. So for this particular case, subnet mask 1, if we enabled this thing, so we are saying the first 4 octet, this first 3 octet is being consumed for network address till now, and we are left with the last octet, that is for host. But this host, here we can have 256 host, and we don't want to designate 256 host. We want to divide into two parts. So what we will do, we have two blocks of size 128. One block is 128, other block is also 128. So how we can do that? By simply enabling the next bit. So after 24 bits, the next bit in this host, so I am talking about this octet. This octet, which says there are how many bits in the last octet? We are having 8 bits. So what I have to do is I have to enable the first bit. So if I enable the first bit, now number of address bits which will be consumed for network address will be 24, which is already there, plus one bit which we have borrowed from the next host octet. So we are left with how many? 2 raised to power 7. 2 raised to power 7 bits. So that's why 2 raised to power 7 means we have now block size is how much? 128. Right? So out of 256, we have separated out the block address of 128, and we are left with the remaining 128 addresses. So this is how we have divided. Now if we want less than 128 address scheme, you can say if you don't have 128 addresses, right? We have a small network, then we keep on increasing this prefix value. So we will borrow one more bit. So it will be 2 over here. You can see in subnet subnet 2 and 3. So we have borrowed one more bit. So it means we have fixed value, that is 24, plus the 2 bits which we have borrowed from the neighbor octet. So it will be total of 26. So 26 bits are used for
19.7.
network address, and we are left with how much? You can see 32 minus 26. That will be how much? Yes, yes, class. 4 bits. So we are left with 4 bits. So this much, 2 raised to power 4. So each address is in this block. So we have again divided the block that we have. So we have initially 256 block. We have divided the block into 2 subparts, that is 128, by consuming the first bit only. So we are left with 2 raised to power 7 bits. And if you want more further small, then what we have, 64 bits block, like this, 64 bits of 4 blocks. You can see, yes. So I can explain you in this manner. Just hold on. Let me take your screenshot. And those who have not marked your attendance, please mark your present by writing in your chat box. I will explain it how we are doing subnetting, right? Please be
19.7 figure.
focused, right? Yes, Imanis, please focus in 19.8 first of all. Right. So what I am talking about is, so suppose the first 3 octet is already consumed for network address. So this is your network address. Now we are left with the last octet. So this is a scheme of /8 CIDR value. It means we are left with sorry, /8. It will become /24, and the host value is /8. It will come 24. Right. Now what we have used, we have consumed 1 bit. So it means we have borrowed 1 bit from this octet, and we can do it from the leftmost side. We will have to see in this direction. We cannot take any other bit. We have to go in sequence only. So if we take this 1 bit, then total number of network bits will be how much? It will be 24 plus 1, that will be 25. So we are left with how many bits? We are left with 5 plus 2, that will be 7. That's why 2 raised to power 7. So now the block size will be how much? 128. So out of 256, the first one, in class full, we are left with this number of addresses. So this is our block size. What we did, we borrow 1 bit. So we are left with 128 block size each. 128 block size each. Now, if we borrow 1 more bit, then what will happen? Then we will subdivide this 128 bits into 2 parts. So now the block size will be 64, 64, like this. So we are left with 64 and 64, like this, right? And now if we want more subnetting over here, so we will divide this 64 address block into sub part, that will be 32 bits and 32 addresses and 32 addresses. So here also we have 32 addresses. For this we also left with 32 addresses, right? It is simply we are just dividing this 256 into how many? So in 256, how many 32 we can have? You can see, yes, obviously, if we want to divide the big network into small network, now this 32 will be again divided into small, that is 16 and 16, 16 and 16, like this way. And how we are achieving this thing? Just increasing the number of subnet prefix bits. It means the addresses which was designated for host addressing, we will borrow the bits from that host addressing, and we keep on increasing the subnet prefix. And in this scenario, we are decreasing the block addresses, and we are increasing the number of blocks. You can see in this, in the first level, we have only 1 block. In second level, if we borrow 1 bit, we have 2 blocks. In in third level, if we consume third bits, we can have 4 blocks of size 64, 64, 64. If we consume the next 4 bits, so we are left with 32 addresses. 32 addresses of how many block? How many block? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 blocks. Yes. So if we have the 256, if we want, you can divide it like this also. So if we divide it by this thing, we will get 256, right? Obviously. And if we subdivide it into further, so we will get 32. So it will be now in this, it is 8. So it will be double. None. You can see 32, we have 16, 16, this 32, 16, 16. Again, for this 32, we can divide into sub part, that is 16 and 16. Then again 16 and 16 and so on. We keep on doing this thing, right? And keep on doing this thing, right? And for 16, again, we can go with 8 and 8 address scheme. It means in that block, we can have 8 addresses, right? For small organization, we have to come to this level. We have to borrow the bits from the neighbor octet. Then only we can go for the small addresses. And for the next, when it reaches to level 8, you can see further it can be divided into 4 hierarchy, right? So in this, we cannot go more than this. Why? Because I have already told in this block what we have. The first address and the last address is used for network address and broadcast address. So we are left with only 2 addresses, active addresses in block size 4. 2 active addresses. So if we go further, then we are left with 2 only. So we cannot allow to give any address, since first address and last address is consumed. So we are not left with any address for host. So we are not going to this level. So we will go up to level 4. Yes, please remember this part. This is very important, since when we are going to talk about subnetting and subnumerical, you have to understand this thing, right? Any doubt till now? Okay. Just hold on, I have to take a screenshot. So please read it out. This is very important. So whatever I have talked in this, we are going to check it over here practically. So an internet service provider who basically provides us the IPs, right, is granted a block of addresses, right? So you can say I'm starting with some IP which is already given, and you can see what is the slash value, that is 16. 16 slash value means the first octet is being consumed and the next octet is also consumed, then only the value will come 16, right? So it means total addresses kitne ho sakte hain, 2 raised power 16 that we are left with, and that will be 65,535. 65,535. If we calculate 2 raised power 16, then we will get this. So that's what the block size that the total addresses in that this internet service provider have. But we don't want to consume all this address in one go to one organization, right? We want it to distribute between different organizations according to their need. What we can do for that? So for this, we have the solution of subnetting. Please be focused over here. It is very important. So the internet service provider need to distribute these addresses to 3 different groups. So this was the requirement, that internet server have to distribute this addresses 65,536, and their need is already given. So we have given the first need, the first group, which must have 64 customers. Each need how many addresses? 256 addresses. Please remember this thing. So it means how much addresses is needed? 64 different customer, and each customer need 256. So we will simply multiply. How much we will get it? If we multiply 64 into 256. Yes, class, how much it is? Yes, it is how much? Are you there, class? It is 16. We have to multiply 256 into 64. Then it will be how much? 16,384 addresses. It is required over here. For how many customers? 64 different customers, and each customer is having how many addresses? 256 addresses. So it is a clear scenario that we need how many blocks? 64 blocks, and each block must have 256 addresses. This is the first scenario. Yes, class? Any doubt you want to ask? Yes. And in second scenario, so how much we are left with? If we subtract 65,536 minus 16384, so that is the addresses we are left with, right? And still we have to distribute. There is a lot of list. In second group, we need 128 customers, right? Please remember this thing. So in first group, there are 64 customers and 64 customer. Please don't get confused over here. 64 customer means organization, and each organization must have this much of addresses. So we are considering this customer as a block. So 64 blocks, and each block must have 256 addresses. Similarly, 128 customer means 128 blocks is needed, and in that 128 blocks, each block must have 128 addresses. This is what the understanding from this particular problem, right? And for the third scenario, we are left with another third group which says that we have how much? 128 customers again, and each need 64 addresses. So the requirement is different. Here you can see the customer is 64 and the need is 256. Here the block size need to be 128. So, and each block must have 128 addresses. According to that, we have to borrow the prefix, subnet prefix, right? Then only we can able to have that particular number of hosts in this block size. Similarly, for third group, we have 128 customer and each have 64 address. So we need to sub block, and how we can do that? Please pay focus. Yes, so I'm doing this calculation over here. So we first need to find out for group 1. You can see for group 1, what is the requirement? 64 customers and each need 256 addresses. So we need 64 different like this blocks, and each block have 256 customers. So how we can do that? Right, first of all, so we need here 8 bits for that, right? We need 8 bits for 256 addresses. So 2 raised to power 8, then only we can get 256. So it means the last octet will be consumed for, sorry, yes. So what we need the last 8 bits that need to be there for address. Then only we can have, each block can have 2 raised to power 8. That means each block can have 256 addresses, right? And we have CIDR value how much? You can see /16, and IP is already given 190.100.0.0. So this is the network address which is given to us, and CIDR value /16 that is given to us, right? So what we will do? So the prefix length is, then we will subtract it, since the addresses that we want in each block is 256. So 256 we will get from 2 raised to power 8. It means the last octet 8, 8, 8 and 8. So this last octet is will be consumed by host, right? So we are left with this 24 bits for network. That's why 24 is there. You can see this 24 came for this reason, right? So addresses will be the first address in that customer will be 190.100.10.0/24. Slash 24 is the reason why it is there, because we are left with this bits, 24 bits for network address, right? So it will go up to maximum how much? From 0 to 255. So this will be the first block size for. So this is the first block size for customer 1, that will start from the IP which we have given, that is 190.100.0.0. So that's why it is 190.100.0.0/24. That is the prefix. Length 32 minus 8, since we need each host to be 256, and we can have, if we consume the last all 8 bits in the last octet, then only we can have 256 addresses. So that's why it will be /24. You can see it is given /16, but we have to subdivide this thing. So 65,536 addresses, we have to subdivide it. So that's why we have first consumed the last 8 bit, and that's why this address from 0 to 255 is 256. So we are fulfilling the requirement of customer 1 in this manner, right? Similarly, for the second customer, we will enable this bit, right? We will enable this bit, and then since this address is consumed totally by customer 1, the first 28 bits, that is 256 bits, was consumed. So in that category, we want to have another 256, then we have to enable this one, right? And how much we have to go, because the requirement is up to 64 customers. So we will go from 0 to 64. You can see from 0 to 63, because if we include 01 also. So here we have a list of 64 customers. It means 64 blocks, and each block will have how many addresses? 256 addresses, right? In this manner. And if we have, if we want to calculate total number of customers, then we will simply multiply it by 64 into 256, right? So that will be the total number of IPs that will be consumed in first group. So that is what we have calculated, 16384, right? So that's why 16384, that is what we have calculated, right? So similarly, for the next octet now, for this next block, where we need how many customers? You can see from the numerical, in the second group we have 128 customers, and each need 128 addresses, right? So 128 addresses means 2 raised to power 7, right? So that's why we subtract it from 7. 128 will get from 2 raised to power 7. So 1 bit out of 7 is being consumed for network now. So we are left with 2 raised to power 7. So it means 256 is divided into 2 blocks of 128 1 and another block of 128 2. So in 256 we can have 2 blocks of each 128 size. So that's why we have taken this value 7